closest to the Sun, scorched by relentless radiation and trapped in a cycle of extremes. Mercury appears to be the least welcoming world in the solar system. Daytime temperatures soar high enough to melt metals. Nighttime cold plunges toward absolute zero. From afar, the planet looks simple, small, gray, and battered by impacts. For generations, Mercury was dismissed as a dead world, a relic of planetary formation stripped down to its bare essentials. But as science has learned again and again, simplicity on the surface often hides complexity below. Mercury is shrinking. This is not metaphor, speculation, or illusion. It is a measurable, planetary-scale phenomenon. The surface of Mercury is etched with immense cliffs, lobate scarps, some stretching for hundreds of kilometers, towering like frozen waves in stone. These are not created by erosion or impact. They are compression scars, the visible evidence of a planet contracting as it cools from within. Over billions of years, Mercury has been slowly collapsing inward, its crust wrinkling as its interior loses heat. Data from the Messenger spacecraft revealed the scale of this transformation. Mercury has shrunk by several kilometers in radius since its formation. For a planet already so small, this amount of contraction is extraordinary. It implies an interior dominated by metal, cooling and solidifying over immense spans of time. Mercury is not hollowing out. It is tightening, drawing itself inward. At the heart of this process lies Mercury's most defining feature, its core. Mercury possesses one of the largest cores in the solar system relative to its size. Roughly 85% of the planet's radius is core material, composed primarily of iron, with sulfur and other lighter elements mixed within. This enormous core gives Mercury an unusually high density and explains a mystery that once baffled scientists: the presence of a global magnetic field. Magnetic fields require motion. Somewhere deep inside Mercury, electrically conductive material is still flowing. Despite its age, despite its proximity to the Sun, Mercury's interior has not fully frozen. A partially molten outer core is likely still circulating, generating magnetism through a slow, persistent dynamo. This alone challenges the idea of Mercury as a dead world. But it also raises deeper questions. A planet that still generates magnetic fields still contains energy. A planet that continues to deform its crust is still evolving. Mercury is not finished. It is changing, quietly, relentlessly, invisibly. And whenever energy, stability, and time coexist, speculation follows. Could Mercury's interior host environments radically different from its surface? Could conditions deep below the crust be stable, shielded, and long-lived? And if so, could something, anything, exist there? On Earth, the discovery of deep subsurface life shattered long-held assumptions. Microbial ecosystems thrive kilometers beneath the surface, isolated from sunlight, feeding on chemical energy released by rock-water interactions and radioactive decay. These organisms live in darkness, under pressure, sustained entirely by the planet itself. Mercury has no water in its interior, at least none that we know of. But water is not the only medium for chemistry. Under extreme pressures and temperatures, exotic chemical systems can emerge. Metallic hydrogen, superionic phases, and electrically conductive fluids behave in ways that defy everyday intuition. Mercury's interior may host states of matter never seen at the surface of any planet. In speculative thought, some imagine vast internal layers where temperature and pressure stabilize, far removed from surface extremes. In such regions, radiation from the sun is irrelevant. Heat flows upward slowly, Electromagnetic forces dominate. Time moves on geological scales, not biological ones. If a civilization, humanoid or otherwise, were to exist within Mercury, it would not resemble anything human history has known. It would not rely on sunlight. It would not measure days or years. It would evolve in darkness, guided by gradients of heat, magnetism, and vibration. Vision might be meaningless. Communication might rely on electromagnetic resonance or seismic waves traveling through metal and rock. Such ideas are speculative, bordering on science fiction, but they are anchored to a deeper scientific truth. We know far less about planetary interiors than we know about distant stars. We have mapped galaxies millions of light years away, yet we have never drilled more than a few kilometers into our own planet. Mercury's interior remains entirely inferred, constructed from gravity measurements, magnetic data, and surface deformation. It is a model, not a direct observation. The planet's ongoing contraction suggests that its core is still changing phase, slowly solidifying, reorganizing, perhaps differentiating further. Each phase change releases energy. Each adjustment sends stress outward, reshaping the crust above. To an observer on the surface, this is geology. To something within, it might be environment. Mercury's lobate scarps crisscross the entire planet, cutting through craters of all ages. This tells us that shrinkage did not stop billions of years ago. It continues today. The planet is still tightening its grip on itself, still responding to the slow cooling of a massive metallic heart. If Mercury were entirely inert, these features would be ancient and isolated. Instead, they form a global network, evidence of a planet that has been dynamically adjusting for most of its existence. The idea of hidden civilizations often reflects a deeper human impulse, the recognition that absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Before telescopes, other worlds were pure speculation. Before microscopes, microbes were invisible. Before seismology, Earth's interior was unknowable. Every major advance in science has revealed that reality is more layered than it appears. Mercury teaches us restraint as much as imagination. There is no evidence of humanoid life within its depths. No anomalous signals. No unexplained energy signatures. But there is evidence of complexity, longevity, and internal activity in a place once thought utterly barren. And that alone matters. Mercury reminds us that planetary habitability is not binary. Worlds are not simply alive or dead, active or inert. They exist on spectrums, evolving over billions of years, sometimes hiding their most interesting chapters beneath layers of stone and metal. As Mercury races around the Sun every 88 Earth days, locked in a slow resonance between day and night, its surface bears the scars of extremes. But below that surface, insulated from radiation and chaos, the planet follows a different rhythm, a deep, internal cadence set by cooling metal and gravitational memory. Whether Mercury's interior is nothing more than molten iron and solidifying rock, or something stranger still, remains unknown. What is certain is this: Mercury is not finished telling its story. Its shrinking is a message. Its magnetic field is a clue. Its scarred surface is a map of forces we cannot see. And in a universe that has repeatedly surprised us, the greatest mistake would be to assume that we already know all the answers. Mercury may not host civilizations beneath its crust, but it does host a lesson, one written in compression, magnetism, and time. A reminder that even the smallest, harshest worlds can be far more alive than they appear. Closest to the Sun, under relentless light, Mercury continues to contract quietly, guarding its inner truth beneath kilometers of stone, waiting for a future when humanity learns not just to look outward, but to listen inward as well.